Welcome to day 2 of this virtual event on energy healing. My name is Dondi Dahlin, and I am thrilled to be hosting this series. If you were with us yesterday, you learned all about EFT tapping from acclaimed EFT teacher Dawson Church, and you learned how to ease and even altogether eliminate a painful emotion in your body. I hope you got so much out of yesterday's lesson. I did. As you learned from Dawson yesterday, and as you will be learning throughout the rest of this series, energy healing isn't just a one and done treatment. It's something we return to every day to balance and strengthen our energies. Think of it. Each day, you are hit from all different angles with disruptive energies, whether it's a stressful day at the office or encountering a negative person who zaps your energy, or being exposed to different electromagnetic frequencies, which could be from computers, smartphones, smart homes, microwave ovens, and more. Energetic disturbances are part of everyday modern life. But we can counter all of this by consistently returning to our very simple energy healing techniques. And the more you do them, the more vitality and resilience you'll build up. Things won't knock you off course anymore. And you're going to learn a lot of these as this series continues. So, because today's topic is going to teach you a daily energy routine that you can do to energize yourself by working with your chakras, I'd first like to tell you a little bit about what I do as part of my daily energy routine. Simple daily energy routines can help you stay healthy, focused, calm, and they help you to bounce back more quickly. Be resilient. And that's important to remember. It's not that energy healers never get sick, but we tend to bounce back from illness faster, more easily, and we feel stronger when we do. So here is an easy 2-part routine that I like to do before I get out of bed in the morning, or maybe as I'm sitting on the side of my bed, ready to start my day. These 2 techniques can help balance 4 chakras. Your heart chakra, which is about love and compassion. Your throat chakra, which governs the ability to communicate well. Your third eye chakra, which is your mind and knowing and planning, also psychic abilities. And your crown chakra, which helps you to be open to something bigger in life, to believe in and be open to a higher power. So do this with me now, and then you can use it as part of your daily energy routine if you like it. Okay, the first thing I like to do is rub my hands together to create warmth, shake them off to release excess energy, and lay them gently on my neck. When you do this, you are nurturing your throat chakra and calming your vagus nerve, the longest cranial nerve in the body, and the one that can get triggered under stress, so you feel off and not yourself. With your hands like this, you are bridging the energy between your head and your heart and strengthening the energy in your throat so you can speak more clearly and more in your truth. A great way to start your every day. And then you can push your fingers into the back of your neck and give yourself a little massage. And then the second part of this routine is called the crown pull, which again will help balance 4 chakras: the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown. Plus, it feels really good. And if you get frequent headaches or migraines, this could help you. So rub your hands together, shake them off, get rid of that excess energy. Bring your fingers to your forehead and pull across to your temples. This not only activates your third eye, which is connected to the pineal gland and getting good sleep, but it soothes the meridians of stomach and triple warmer, an energy system in the body which governs the fight-flight response. Next, we are moving up toward the hairline, and you are moving into the liver energy, which is about detoxification. And you are also hitting all sorts of neurovascular points, which stimulate blood flow. Then you will keep traveling up and over your head hitting the neurovascular points of the heart and the lungs. Keep pulling away out from the middle line, just about an inch or so, like you have a part. You are actually making energy around the sutures on your skull. Then as you move back to the hypothalamus, it's involved in temperature, thirst, hunger, and sleep. Keep pushing in and pulling out from the center line. You're now going over the back of your head. Just pull out an inch or two. You are opening the crown chakra to be more open to inspiration, intuition, and prayer. Now, when you get down to the back of your neck, you are hitting the energies of the bladder, which can be calming to the nervous system. I'm going to turn so you can see the back of my head. And then down to the neck. So, as you bring both of your hands down the sides of your neck, you will pass over the vagus nerve, which is involved in controlling your digestion, heart rate, your immune system. And finally, you rest your hands on your heart chakra. The vagus nerve has tentacles that reach to the heart, and holding your hands in this position helps your heart to rest. If you have ever been under a lot of stress, or you received shocking news and you vomited or had sudden diarrhea, or maybe you fainted, the vagus nerve was involved. It's part of the freeze of fight, flight, or freeze. The parasympathetic nervous system basically froze on you. So this crown pull is incredibly powerful, and it can play a part in sharper memory and having a clear head to start your day. So again, it can go really fast. Start at the forehead, over the head, keep pulling out, back of the head to the neck, shoulders, and heart. Okay, now let me tell you about Anodea Judith. It is such a treat to have Anodea here. She's a world-acclaimed chakra expert, and she is going to teach you all about what she calls charge, or your life force, and how to effectively balance it by working specifically with your chakras. Anodea is going to share with you simple techniques to balance your energy and create more charge, which means more aliveness. What exactly charge is and how it relates to your 7 chakras. And a chakra breathing exercise to charge yourself up for the day that she says works better than a cup of coffee. And many fascinating insights along the way, especially regarding anxiety and depression, and how these conditions relate directly to how your energy is flowing. When I was growing up, I loved learning about the chakras. By the way, you will hear them pronounced chakra, chakra, and chakra, depending on a person's accent and where they learned about the chakras. What most intrigued me about the chakras is that they are your story, your personal history. Like a book has been written about you and your life, and it's in your chakras. In working with the chakras, trauma, depression, and anger can be released, and memories can be restored. Things that people haven't remembered in decades can reveal themselves in beautiful ways when you work with the chakras. Your chakras hold your struggles, but also your wins and your successes. Whereas your meridians are the energy transportation system, your chakras are energy stations. They swirl from the base of your spine and the pubic area all the way to the top of your head, 7 of them. Each regulates organs, hormones, and aspects of your personality. And each chakra can be cleared and balanced. So, in brief, your root chakra is over the pubic area, and it is about survival. It is also very ancestral. Stories you might have carried forth in your DNA can reside there. The second chakra is often called your womb chakra. It is between your pubic bone and your belly button. Your dreams are here, as well as creativity, intuition, fun, joy, and earlier times. Your third chakra is between your belly button and your rib cage, and it is about self-esteem and power. Your heart chakra is what you would expect: love, compassion, sweetness about others, and also yourself. The throat chakra is about speaking up and what you need to say, but also the bridge between the body and the mind, the head and the heart. The throat chakra is complex and it has 7 chambers. It is between your head and your physical body below. So it's the bridge. The third eye chakra is about knowing and planning, and it also deals with psychic ability. And the 7th chakra, or crown chakra, opens you up to prayer, inspiration, and oneness with all things, realizing that there is something bigger than us. The colors range from a deep red at the bottom to a violet all the way at the top. But keep in mind, what is written in books about the colors isn't always true for everyone. Sometimes those are the colors for people. But depending on what is going on in your life, the colors of your chakras can change, like your mood. We are all individuals, so there is no way that each chakra will be exactly the same for each person. But what is true for everyone is that when your chakras are balanced, you can access your wisdom and intuition, express yourself clearly and compassionately, be in touch with your sensuality, easily find your grounding and willpower, and discover that your creativity and imagination are illuminated in new ways. We have provided a PDF document to help you understand the chakras. And right now, I would like to hand you over to Anadea Judith so that you can learn all about charge and the chakras and experience how to energize yourself each day, even better than a cup of coffee.
Welcome everyone to this second video in the series. My name is Anadea Judith, and I am so pleased to be presenting to you today my work on charge, which is my take on energy medicine. And this is something that you can use anytime, anywhere. The beauty of energy medicine is it is so effective and it doesn't take much time at all. You can do it as a daily tune-up. You can do different things to relax when you want to go to sleep. And if you use this over time, it will really make a change in your life. You'll have more energy, more awareness, more aliveness, which is what I consider it to be all about. So the way I see it, it's all about learning to effectively manage your own life force. And that life force I call charge. The reason I use that is it's a word everyone can relate to, as in having a big charge about your ex-husband or a little kid being all charged up about Christmas. But I also look at charge standing for consciousness having a really genuine experience. And that's because when you have a charge, you know it. It might be excitement, it might be fear, it might be deep grief, it might be anger, it might be a sexual charge. But when that energy is running through your body, you feel indelibly alive. And I think aliveness is what we're all seeking, even more than the meaning of life, because when you feel fully alive, you don't ask, what is the meaning of life? You know it because you're living it. And so we're all seeking that. That's why there's so many coffee shops. We want to feel awake and alive. But there's simple techniques you can use to balance your energy so that you have more charge, which means more aliveness. So my life's work has been teaching and working with the chakras, and I've taught workshops all over the world. And I've also had a private practice with clients. And over, the issues that come up, the questions that people ask, no matter what country I'm in, no matter what population I'm serving, The answers always seem to come down to an understanding of charge and how it works in the body. In order to answer their question, I have to say, well, this is because the charge gets backed up here, or this is because you don't have enough charge, or because you have too much, or because charge is pushing up against your block and that makes you uncomfortable. So I found charge to be the key in the healing process. And to really heal, we need to understand our charge. We need to take charge of our charge, which means we need to be able to effectively manage it. And we need to have it flow through the whole body for our full experience of aliveness. So if you just watched the previous talk with my friend Dawson Church, who showed you that energy is everything and that you can tap on different points to manage your energy and deal with pain, I now want to take you deeper into the body and how it interacts with your psyche and the energy that goes through to create patterns of charge that can enhance your life or hold you back, depending on what those patterns are. And we'll also talk about how charge plays out in each one of the 7 energy centers called chakras, which has been the focus of my life's work. But first, let's have an experience of what charge feels like. We're going to do a little exercise to open the chakras in our hands. They're very easy to open, and we don't have a lot of psychological baggage in our hands. So put both hands out, one hand up and one hand down, elbows straight, and open and close your palms rapidly, all the way open, all the way closed. So you're really exercising your hand. And then you can turn them over the other way, open and close, open and close. And as your hands start to feel tired, you can take your hands apart and slowly bring them together. And when you get about 4 to 6 inches apart, you might be able to feel a subtle field of energy between your hands. It might feel like a ball of energy that's moving. You might feel a little tingling in each palm. Just close your eyes and really tune into that. Maybe it feels a little spongy between your hands, like when you were a kid and you used to play with magnets and try to get the same pole to push together, and there was that invisible spongy feeling between them. And that's just one example of what charge feels like in your body. Now, we can do this with all the chakras and with the body. It's just that it gets a little more complicated. And that's because we have psychological baggage in different parts of our body, in our heart chakra or our throat chakra or our memories or our gut, anything. We can have blockages there that it doesn't open quite so easily. And as I've worked with the chakras, I've found that balancing the charge in each chakra is what we need for full spectrum living and to be happy and healthy and really use the chakra system as the profound formula for wholeness that it is. So first, let me define the chakras. I define a chakra as a center of organization for the reception, the assimilation, the storage, and the expression of life force energy or charge. In other words, on each chakra level, we take energy in, just like you're taking in these words right now. We assimilate it. You might be going, that makes sense. That doesn't make sense. We store it. Maybe you're writing notes and you're storing the energy you're storing the information to look at later. And we express it. Maybe after you watch this video, you'll tell somebody something about what you learned. And so we do this on each one of the levels of the chakras. We do that on the earth element. We take in food and we assimilate it and we store it. If we eat too much, we store it as fat and then we express it in energy. We take in emotional energy. We take in breath. We take in words and images and information and we assimilate that and store it and we express it in our life. And so the chakras need to be able to do that exchange of energy and need to be able to take in and let out. If they only take in, then they get overcharged because they haven't been able to discharge. They haven't been able to let out. Or if on the other hand, you're working really hard and you're giving to clients or patients or students or, people you're administering to and you're giving, then you get depleted because you've been discharging, but you haven't been taking energy in. And so each one of the chakras can get imbalanced by being what I call overcharged, which my term for it is an excessive chakra, or undercharged, and my term for that is a deficient chakra. And so in terms of understanding charging, we want to charge up the deficient chakras so they have and contain more energy. And we want to discharge the excessive chakras because we have too much. And that's a way of bringing them into balance. So we also know that people can have too much energy or too little. And when you have too little energy and that becomes chronic, it can feel like depression. You just don't have the energy to get out of bed, or you don't have the energy to get things done, or to deal with your life in the way that you need to. 15 million adults in America suffer from depression. So this is a very chronic condition in our society. But on the other hand, even more people suffer from what I call too much charge, or too much charge in a blocked vessel, a blocked body. We want to have a lot of charge, but we want to have it free flowing. And when it hits blocks, it can be very uncomfortable. We can shake and feel restless and jittery. And when that becomes chronic, we call it anxiety. And in America, 40 million adults suffer from anxiety disorders. And that doesn't even count the teenagers that are having more and more of it. So you can see that these conditions of too little charge or too much charge are kind of epidemic in our society. So obviously we need ways to manage our charge better. Now there's too many exercises to charge and discharge each of the 7 chakras. But what I'd like to share with you is a little clip on an exercise you can do as a daily practice to bring charge into all your chakras. And so let's go to that and then we can discuss it afterward.
I'd like to share with you a simple breathing practice that you can do, especially in the morning when you want to charge yourself up for the day and you want to charge up each chakra. This is a very powerful exercise. It works better than a cup of coffee, and I should remember that next time I reach for coffee, that I should be doing this myself. And I often do it in the morning as part of my practice. So we're going to do breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. So we get a lot of breath coming in and out. That will be the same for each breath, but there's a different movement for each chakra. So take a moment first to check in with your body and see how it feels right now. So you can compare, after you do the exercise, does it feel a little different? Chakra 1, which is the earth. Hands on the shoulders and sitting in a comfortable cross-legged position so you can move your knees easily. So as you inhale through the nose, lift both your knees and your hands up, and on the exhale, bring them both down to the earth rapidly. And then slow it down. And come to stillness, close your eyes, and feel the area in the top of your thighs, the bottom of your torso. See if you can feel a little bit of activation there, a little more energy in your body. Now we're going to move that energy into the second chakra. And this is a movement forward of the navel area and backward. So I like to put my hands on my knees so I can pull on something. The inhale brings it forward. As my hips come forward, my shoulders come back, my shoulder blades come down the back. The exhale goes in the other direction. Ha, 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 and then as you slow it down, make smaller and smaller movements, not so far forward, not so far back, as you gently come in to the center. Remember, Svadhisthana, the name of the second chakra, means one's own place. You want to get finer and finer movements as you settle into your own place. And now just feel the area of your second chakra. Next, we'll go to the third chakra in the solar plexus. This is similar to the second chakra in that we're going to inhale, but we're going to bring more of the belly forward, and instead of going straight back, we're going to isolate this part of the body between the navel and the bottom of the breastbone and try to take it around the inside of a barrel. First, we'll go clockwise. Now, you want to keep your shoulders over your hips. We're not going like this. The shoulders stay, we're just moving the midsection. So inhale as the belly's forward, take it around to the right. As you exhale, you're all the way exhaling when you get to the back. You're inhaling as you come up the other side. So it looks like this. In through the nose, out through the mouth. I like to do 10 on the first side for the 10 petals of the third chakra, and then go in the other direction. And then make smaller movements. Come into your center, close your eyes, and see if you can feel some activation of the third chakra. This is very good for your digestion, but hard to do on a full stomach. You can even take a moment to feel your first 3 chakras that are activated. Maybe they feel a little different than what's in your upper body. And now we're going to take it up into our shoulders again. The hands on the shoulders. Keep your elbows as high as your shoulders. Keep your chest lifted, your shoulders to the back. Now we're going to inhale. I'll go to the right, mirroring you, but you go to the left. Inhale, look over your shoulder, and then exhale out the other side. Inhale, exhale. Keeping your elbows high, your chest lifted. I like to do 12 on each side. That's the number of petals of the fourth chakra. So now we go to the other side. You will inhale to the right, exhale to the left. Looking over your shoulder and allowing the spine to move freely. And then come back to center. Allow your hands to come down, and now feel what I call the wind of energy, the winds of Shakti blowing through your upper body. Now let's take it up into the throat chakra. Interlace your fingers and place them underneath your chin. The in-breath is to keep your chin steady, but lift your elbows, and at the same time you're lifting your elbows, you're also lengthening what in yoga we call the side body. And on the exhale, tilt your head back and touch your elbows to each other. Open your mouth wide, make a sound, ha. Inhale, lower the chin, lift the elbows. Exhale, head back, touch the elbows, ha. Lower the chin, lift the elbows, chin back, touch the elbows. Ha, 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 ha. I like to do 16 for the 16 petals of the fifth chakra. Notice that feeling, maybe shake your head side to side. Now you should be able to feel energy throughout your whole torso And we're now going to bring it up into the head. We're going to open the curtains in front of the third eye. And I like this because I travel a lot. I get into hotels late. They have these big, heavy drapes. I go to sleep. The next morning I get up and I want to know where I am, and I open the drapes and I open my eyes, and then I go, oh, it's too much. I want to go back to sleep. So we're going to open the curtains over the third eye. Just imagine you're just pulling them open on the inhale. Open your eyes wide, and then close your eyes. Bring your hands back. That's the exhale. So and now close your eyes and feel that buzz up here. We only have 2 petals on the 6th chakra, so we do it more than 2 times. I like to do it at least 10 or 15 times. And now can you feel how the charge has built up, that it's not quite out the top of your head? We'll take it to the 7th chakra and we'll take it right out the top. So the inhalation brings your hands together in prayer position, but you move right up your core, pressing your hands into each other. And you reach up, you look up at your fingertips. The exhalation opens the arms out like a fountain. So it's but you're looking up, and that moves your whole spine. Now bring your hands to your lap, palms upward, close your eyes, and bask in the feeling of prana, of charge, of chi, moving through your whole body and all your chakras. Namaste.
Well, welcome back from the exercise. I'd be really curious how that affected you. And if you felt any effects from that, type in your reaction in the comments box. We'd love to know. So you may be wondering about how to do this exercise on a daily basis. Do you have time to do it the way we just did it then? How many breaths do you do at each chakra? What if you have a block in one chakra or another? Do you do more breaths there? And I don't have a one-size-fits-all answer for you because everybody's different. If you tend to be a person that gets overcharged easily, I would say do a little less. And if you feel yourself going into an anxious state, back off and increase your exhale rather than the inhale. Basically, charging is bringing energy from outside in. So when you bring the breath in, the more breath you bring in, the more charge you have. And that's why that breathing exercise brought breath into different parts of your body. And if you're too anxious, then long exhales can help that charge level come down a little bit. Now, if you're a person that is chronically undercharged, or maybe you're doing this exercise first thing in the morning as a way to energize yourself for the day, that's when I do it. And you're kind of low energy because you just woke up and you haven't had your coffee yet, then you might accent the inhales a little bit more and do a little bit more. Do more breaths and accent the ones that are the chakras you feel might be the sleepiest or the most sluggish or the most blocked. And as you breathe into that, maybe I say, well, I don't feel really grounded this morning. So I'm going to do a lot more, with that pulling down to the earth and pulling my knees down to the floor, and really so that I can feel my legs and the base of my spine and feel my root. And that's going to make me feel more grounded all day. But if you do it too much, you might have so much energy in your legs, you got to go for a run. when what you actually have to do is sit at your computer all day. So you don't want too much. And then really the proof is in the pudding. You know, what do you feel? If you feel like, oh, my heart chakra really needs it today, and I'm going to do more on that. Or maybe you only have a couple minutes and you're just going to do your heart chakra exercise. And that will really bring a lot of energy in some ways into the whole body because it brings it into the breathing areas. So you can adjust this to what you need. And any of the other exercises that I have in my courses or in my book, Charge and the Energy Body, are really designed to be applied as needed. Once you learn about your chakras and you can diagnose, am I excessive or deficient, or sometimes you can be a little of both. And on a particular day, do I need to discharge or do I need to charge? What will bring me into balance? Or do I need more emphasis on my upper chakras than my lower ones? Or maybe today I need to get out of my head and need more balance in my lower chakras. So it really pays to learn the chakra system so that you have a sense of what your own chakras are doing, and then you can apply this as the remedy. Now, I'd like to just speak a little bit about trauma, because in cases of trauma or PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder, one of the things that's happening is tremendous amounts of charge get blocked in different areas of the body. And when we deal with trauma, we don't want to get overcharged. We don't want to discharge all of the trauma at once. We want to charge up slowly and easily and stopping at any feelings of discomfort. And then we want to discharge in small, discrete packets that help the charge come down to a more manageable level without putting a person or a client in danger. So in the cases of trauma, you just don't want to overdo it on these exercises, but be gentle and really use your listening to make sure that you feel never too far out of your comfort zone. And then finally, on the comfort zone, what we experience as comfortable is an amount of charge we're comfortable with. Some people, it's a really high charge level. They're comfortable there. They're not comfortable when it goes too low. They got to go out and get a cup of coffee as soon as their energy goes low. Other people can chill really easily and relax. They're comfortable at a low charge, but give them a conflict or a challenge, they don't like that high charge. So we all have a comfort zone somewhere between high and low charge. In this work, it's not about jumping over your comfort zone, but about expanding it so you can have a high charge or a low charge according to what's needed in the moment. And no matter what it is, you are still comfortable. Because when we jump over our comfort zone, we get what? More uncomfortable. And so by expanding it, and we expand it by dissolving the blocks, we can become more comfortable. And we dissolve the blocks through processes of charging and discharging. So I hope that this little talk has given you some insight into how charge behaves and a little bit about charging and discharging and being in balance. And just for quick pick-me-ups, remember that if you're tired and undercharged or you're feeling sluggish in an afternoon slump, breathe in more, take in more breath, get your body moving, stamp your feet, push into your desk. That will charge you up. If you're anxious, breathe out more. Slow your breathing down with lengthier exhales, and that will bring your charge level down. And if you want to focus on a part of your body while you're breathing, that will bring that charge into and out of that part of your body, as we learned in the chakra breathing exercise. And then finally, become aware of your own charge. Notice where it is in your body. Oh, I feel it in my heart, or I'm blocking it in my throat by tightening my jaw, or pulling my shoulders up to my ears, or my belly's in a knot because I'm holding the charge back. Just begin to notice and be able to track your own charge. And then finally, realize that charge is golden. It's your life force. You want to keep it ultimately. You don't want to discharge it all unless you have to in order to be comfortable. You want to be able to dissolve the blocks in your body so that you can harvest your charge. Harvesting means you don't have to block it, you don't have to get rid of it, you get to keep it. And when you can fully harvest your charge into your whole body and all 7 of your chakras, you have more awareness, more aliveness, more joy, more energy, and you can be more effective in your life.
I always love learning from Anadea. Chakra work is so profound, and taking the time to balance your chakras can help you physically, emotionally, spiritually, and mentally. It's just one of the energy systems in the body, but it's a very important one for your overall health. My mom, Donna Eden, saw thousands of clients for over 25 years, and she could offer a myriad of techniques that worked with over 9 energy systems in the body. But she always said that if she knew that she would only be able to see a client just one time, she would always devote the entire session to their chakras. Now, tomorrow we are switching gears. You will be with me tomorrow, and I will be sharing the once forbidden system from China called the 5 elements. It is a personality typing system, but also a health system, and can help you pinpoint your health susceptibilities. And if that isn't good enough, I have had married couples tell me that the 5 elements were the reason that they didn't get a divorce. I've had single folks tell me that the 5 elements helped them to find their soulmate. Are you curious now? Well, that means you have to come on back. Oh, and don't forget to add your comments below and let us know what you thought about Anadea's webinar. And I will see you tomorrow.